Did you know that October is Bullying Awareness Month? So if you didn't know, here's what you can expect from Dali Talks. I will be sharing some stories that people have shared with me here on social media. So you can expect every other day to either see a story or to read a story that somebody has shared. These are real stories, real things that happen to people. Most of them are adults today. So I just wanted to have a collection of stories so that you can see how they were impacted and what it looked like and what these people do now and how they overcame. Because if you are watching this, or if you have a child who is going through bullying, or if you're going through bullying, I want you to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that you will overcome this, and that there are solutions and there are people out there willing to help and willing to support you. I'm also going to be sharing, anti-bullying information and prevention tips, as well as book recommendations and resources like the Bullying Incident Report template, which you can actually download right now if you go to DaliTalks.com and sign up for a newsletter. Then the free gift you get is the Bullying Incident Report template, which can come in really, really handy if you are experiencing bullying, or if you're a teacher, or if you're a parent volunteer at a school or somewhere. I know not everybody's back at school yet, but it can be a really handy tool to keep track of the incidents that happen, because record keeping is very, very important. And also, I will be hosting a live webinar of the Diversity and Anti-Bullying Academy introduction, October 7th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard. So you'll see that at DaliTalks.com on the homepage, and you can subscribe for that as well. And I invite you to send me a DM, ask me questions, or send your story through there. If you still want to share a video story or an audio story, please email it to DaliTalks@gmail.com. Send me, upload it to your Google Drive and send me the link so I can download it and post it. But overall, I want people to be able to understand that bullying is not what most people think of first, which is a fight. It's beyond that, and it's cyberbullying, it's social bullying, it's verbal bullying, mental bullying, and bullying can spread out to many other areas of life. Every time I've had a workshop, pre-COVID, of course, in person with people, two questions came up, and one of them was, how do I stop bullying in the workplace? And the other one was, how do I stop a teacher from bullying my child? Sadly, this is a reality. It happens that often, and I want to be able to provide you the information necessary so that you can at least eliminate it or reduce the problem. Sometimes you can't eliminate a problem such as bullying, depending on where it is. Like, for example, the larger the community, the harder it is, right? So you're more likely to solve bullying in a small group rather than an entire school, because no matter what type of education we provide people, whether they're kids or adults, people are going to do what they're going to do. And sometimes that's not always a good thing, because bullying is what can happen. So the first book I want to share today is Donnie the Bully. And I'm going to share different books depending on the age range, because I believe that bullying can be taught, or anti-bullying can be taught from a very, very young age. And the most powerful thing that you can use to teach anti-bullying is books and entertainment. Now, with entertainment such as YouTube and TV shows or movies, you have to be very careful, because of course not everything is very safe, but I believe that you can definitely teach kids like keywords, how to define it well, how to have the confidence to report it, and things like that. So this book is for little kids, like as you can read this book to kids as soon as they come out of the womb to, I don't know, maybe age 6 or 7, because well, depending on the reading level. So it's a really good book, and it is a little bit about cyberbullying for that age group. It's perfect because you don't see that very much, and I encourage you to give it a try and gift it to a child or read it to your kids. If you have older kids who might think this is a boring book, encourage them to read to their little siblings or cousins or whoever they have in their family. But another thing I want to touch on, because I'm gonna launch this tomorrow, since tomorrow is the 1st of October, and I want you to understand that the stories that you will read or listen to or watch, depending on how they're delivered on my social media, they might be a little triggering for some. So just be aware of that, and put earphones on if you want to listen to them and there's a child who might be triggered, or if you have some triggers, might have some triggers, just mentally prepare if you're willing to watch or listen or read, and know that when you hear these stories, you are not alone. A lot of these people who shared their story still feel the pain. A lot of them, it took them a little while for them to give me the stories. And I mean, I didn't pressure them or anything. They wanted to do this from the goodness of their heart because they understand how painful it was to them and how painful it is now, although they've moved past it, but that scar is still there. So just please know that these courageous people have volunteered their story, their time, to provide the story to you so that you can learn from it. And I hope that you invite others who might benefit from these stories, so that they can understand that bullying is it is a very serious issue. There are so many people who think, just children just don't know how to deal with conflict, or children are too soft. But the times have changed. Technology has a lot to do with the way that people are bullied now. And actually, entertainment has taught kids to accept certain boundaries to be crossed at a much younger age. And overall, for certain boundaries to be crossed, where back in the day, whatever that means, here's, I don't know how many years back, but certain things were not acceptable, and they are now. So that plays into how we treat people, and it plays into bullying. So if you have any questions, please send me an email, Dali@DaliTalks.com, and let me know if you have any questions. And remember, you can share any story anonymously. And if you have any books that you want to recommend, because I don't know them all, of course, please let me know, because the more resources we share, the better. And don't forget that October 7th, next Wednesday, the 7th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard is the webinar. It's a Diversity and Anti-Bullying Academy introduction. And you're going to learn about what it is and how you can benefit from it. And this is for parents or educators. It is not for the children, because my whole platform, or my business structure, is to teach the adults who have children, and for them to be able to teach their children how to stop bullying, how to prevent bullying, what to do if they are being bullied, and all of that good stuff, how to build courage and, confidence and all of that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you come on to DaliTalks.com, subscribe for the newsletter, so you can get that bullying incident report template, and subscribe for the October 7th webinar, the DABA introduction, the Diversity and Anti-Bullying Academy introduction. You're going to love it. It's going to be short and sweet, but it's going to be packed with a lot of information. So thanks for watching. And if you like this video, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, click that little bell so you can get notified every time I publish a video. And don't forget, come on to DaliTalks.com and subscribe to the newsletter and to the webinar. Thanks for watching.